No, people are gonna spice it up tonight. Two rotten things have happened. And man, I'm still blown away by Saturday night. Mind you, tonight, we have a nice full moon going on sitting back there. Who knows if there was one Saturday night. But I am still trying to comprehend. Oh, Jesus Christ. Unbelievable. Unfriggin' believable. Oh boy, when nature calls, boy, nature calls. And yeah. So Saturday night, my wife's cousin wanted to meet up at find a place to sit here on my jet ski. But just say so, my wife's cousin wanted us to visit, wanted to hang out. So we headed down to Connecticut to Foxwoods Casino. And, the light, we had fun talking, reminiscing through some stuff. I was showing him my ghost pictures in the mansion and everything. And, it was time to pack it up, head home. And, I did have my son call. He was kind of like babysitting. So, he was getting frustrated, didn't want to babysit no more. You know how kids get. So I was like, all right, gotta get home, whatever. So as I'm driving down Route 395, in between exits 45 and 46, I gotta go over that picture. 45 and 46, all right, people? That's right. The unbelievable happens. This happens. Now, going about 70, 75. The speed limit on 395 is 65. So, I'm just cruising along a little over speed. No big deal. And I comes around like a bend in the highway. 395, if anybody knows it and drove it through Connecticut, there is a lot of weird turns and, the highway's messed up where exits go on to the highway or exits you gotta go off the highway, and it literally is a fork in the road and all this. And if you're not familiar with it, you can end up getting into a dangerous accident. But no lie, I'm going, like I said, about 75, cruising along. Out of nowhere, and I mean nowhere. I'm keeping my eyes on the mirror now because, right, sometimes cops out in Connecticut can be real, jerks, pull you over. Oh, you're doing 10 miles over the speed limit. So as I'm looking out the driver mirror, I see a distant vehicle hauling ass, and I can see it in the mirror now. And you can tell when a car is hauling ass, so I'm thinking it's a friggin' cop. So I'm watching it in the mirror, frequently because he was approaching quickly and getting up on me. And like I said, I was doing 75, whatever. I started to slow up or whatnot. But out of nowhere, and I mean nowhere, it was like, let me put it this way. Say you're in a friggin' on a road and just like a ghostly figure appears, poof, and it's right there. And I swear to God, strike me dead right now. I don't care what anybody says, what anybody thinks. Strike me dead. And these things popped up. It was like, they were, in my eyes, just poofed right out of nowhere. Right out of nowhere. Alright? And that would be this. 3 of them. Like, popped up out of nowhere. Now, I had to have my cousin-in-law take this picture. He sent me 8 of them anyways, but very disturbing, but I seen 3 of these, and the 3rd one, I'm like, oh man, now, I couldn't even bear left. If I would have bared right, I would have hit 2. If I would have bared left, and jerked that wheel, oh man, I probably would have got rear-ended from the guy behind me. I would have clipped this even, a little bit less, but I still would have hit it. I would have hit this either or either way, no matter how you look at it, because of the simple fact, when these things appeared, and I mean appeared, they were right there. Maybe say like 15, 20 feet, but still I had nowhere to go. In a Tundra 2019 truck, I do not like the steering back and forth with that truck because it sways very wide. And I mean it waves, and it could easily just whip it to the right, whip it to the, god damn it, left, and literally flip easily. So I only had one option, and I was like, I gotta go through it. And that's what I did, and the thing went poof. I told my wife to hang on, I don't know what this is gonna bring, right? Hang on. Usually deers or moose or whatever, they can put an impact on that car and stop you, or, But this, I was impressed. It bounced off. Pow! And I just kept on going. I started to slow down because I wanted to make sure the truck behind me didn't hit it. I was just so mind-boggled at that point. I was like, what the F am I gonna do? Type thing. It's just like I didn't even know where it went. I couldn't even tell you. So I slowed down because now this truck was right up. Not enough to see me hit it, but enough to where if I would have swung over to the left lane, he would have caught up real fast. And if I would have hit that and clipped that thing right, then I'd have to friggin' whip back over, do all this crazy shit just to save myself for doing. But then that truck would have been right up my ass because as soon as I slowed down, he boom right by me. So I thought it was a cop at first, but he didn't hit no lights and he hit no nothing. So yeah, it was a dangerous driver on the highway behind me. So I wasn't trying to slam on no brakes and lock him up. I wasn't trying to whip that wheel to the side so I'd flip and roll 10 friggin' times. I had no choice but to ram this sucker out of the way, and I'll tell you, I learned something new, of course. And this is what leads me to this. So, of course, I went home because I had to get home. Like I said, I had a little problem with my son, and I had to get home. There was tension, so I had to get home. But when I got home, I did my accident claim, and I called the Killingly, Connecticut police. Now go figure. Killingly. Jesus Christ. How more demented can that get? I was in the district of Killingly. Keep saying that and I'm still like blown away. In the Killingly State Barracks. Called him, told him exactly how I did this. And he said, you know what? There's nothing you do about it. I'm like, what? Yeah, here I am thinking he'll mail some accident reports or, I don't know, hit and run, but I don't know how because it's an animal. Act of nature is unpredictable. And it's called the Hand of God Law. That's right. And you know what? This leads me to this. Here I am. And I have pretty much seen a moose in the middle of the road. On a back road. I've seen deer off to the side of me on roads. Ain't never hit a deer. I've watched a deer get plastered right on Main Street on North Main Street in Leominster, in front of the Leominster Hospital. And the woman just hit it and dragged it down the road. But, you know, I ain't never in my life come across a deer with my father, with my uncles, aunts, or whoever I've ever driven with. Never encountered a deer and almost hit it. Well, I almost hit a moose, but I wasn't doing 75. I was on a back road, you know, when it was dark out. And that freaked me out because I'm like, what the hell is that? You know, well, I wish it was Bigfoot, but, but you know, but this, and what I say, that damn thing's like they just appeared. It's not like they ran into the road. They must have been there and stopped. That's the only thing I think of. But I don't know, man. The way it all looked to me, it was like they just appeared. And you know the thing that dawns on me the most? When I saw this, boy, the only thing I could think of was a goddamn skinwalker. Alright? Now this is where it gets freaking freaky, because I'll tell you something. You know, I'm thinking, you know, shit, it sucks. I killed a deer, whatever, you know, I'm driving on the road. But when I got to, like, the Mass border, and, you know, call me crazy, I started to smell the dead carcass. All right? And my wife's like, what's that smell? She usually hits up on shit like that. And the only thing that came to me in my mind, that's dead carcass. And the skinwalker. And like I said, the thing, I haven't been hunting for it. So I'm about to wonder if it's trying to send me a message. Don't forget about me. I'll stand right here, hey. I mean, that, I don't know, call me fucking crazy, but that's the only thing that came to my mind. And they form into deer. Was the skinwalker. Connecticut, known for a huge part of the Native American Indians. And I haven't been doing much of my basic Indian hunting. Skinwalker, I want to find one. And I don't care if, you know, whatever, what I have to do to catch it. But lo and behold, this comes along. Now, don't get me wrong. On the other hand, I think because of the goddamn development into this, hang on a sec. Is it on? Oh, yes. Well, anyways, I was saying, I'm being hunted in the house. There are freaking leaves falling on me now. But all in all, there's another thing that I was saying about the deer and why they are being... I've been seeing a lot. I caught a picture down the street of a deer. I've caught pictures of deer in the airport of Fitchburg Airport. I've seen them everywhere. They've been coming to the road a lot lately. I've seen it on Old Turnpike Road in Lancaster. I've seen like 6-7 deers in the woods near the roads. And the thing I think it is with this, though... I mean, all in all, besides my skinwalker, which I would love that to happen, but I don't think that's what it is. But that's what came to mind anyways. But I think with the development of the land around here, I think these deers are poorly being maintained by the land and being kicked out of their habitat. That's what I think. They're running out of place to go. And they're crossing highways, they're going near the road, and I think they're right. Running out of land because there's a lot of development going on in this goddamn state of Massachusetts. And it's overpopulated as it is. And it's ridiculous of how many condos and, townhouses and luxury apartments are coming into this state when we have enough traffic as it is. This ain't no huge state of California. This ain't no the stars are bright late at night or deep in the heart of Texas, I'm not saying for people, hey, get the hell out of here, but man, come on. Now you're getting this. And these poor bastards are running out in the road, not, losing their habitat and going, and now they get killed. But this leads me to this in the Hand of God Act, law, Hand of God law. And the state trooper told me, there's nothing you can do. That's called the Hand of Law. The Hand of God law. And he says the insurance got nothing to do but pay for it. And I'm like, well, all right. Not that I'm, all about getting free stuff, but they are trying to take a goddamn deductible out of me, so somebody better be checking their damn ass of what they think they're going to get out of me, because nature happens. You can't predict this. You can't even predict a person in the middle of the street going to run out in front of you, let alone a friggin' deer. Especially these days, and then the idiots driving these days and cutting you off and go, oh man, it's getting to be a madhouse. And I think this is why these poor deers are getting restless. It's bad enough these things got a pea brain for a brain anyways, and they're not suitable to be wandering pretty much, but you can't help it because you still need them for things, and it goes on and on and on. But it's like, wow. But the Hand of God, and that got me to thinking about God. Hand of God. If the Hand of God is making this happen, here you go, my son. Kill one of my animals. You know what that makes me think? That makes me think what my thoughts and theories of God is. Now, I don't have no disrespect on anybody of their belief of Jesus, God, whatever, but I'm sorry. You come to me, you want my thoughts and theories, or you want to know what I think of God? I think God is the devil. To be sending out his hand and to have that Hand of God law, it uneases me to think of that. Because here's a man that will wipe out a whole town in Sodom because of their sins. Here's a man that once flooded and told Noah to get the ark and the animals on it so he could kill the sin that was going on in the city that he created. And then he lets his son get beaten, whipped, and hung on a cross, crucified until he's dead. And he let that happen, to die for people's sins. I'm sorry. I look at the brutal truth. I look at the things that make this world and its evilness come about. In the Hand of God Act here, and how they pronounce it just disturbs me. And that leads me to another thing. The Hand of God Act is also used, and I was told from this gentleman that I live with that a friend of his sneezed, smacked into a tree because he lost control of the car, and that was under the Hand of God. law. Now, why would I bring this up? Because what has that got to do with a deer, an animal, and so forth? But I got a theory and thought right here for you to think about. I was told, or even heard it somewhere from either a priest or a religious person, told me the reason why you are to say God bless you to someone who has sneezed is to prevent the evil and demons that go up into your nose. Now, I was told that. I don't care what anybody says. I was told that. And I started thinking, really? So every time I sneeze, I don't ever get a God bless you from nobody. Unless I'm in some public place and someone says something, I'll be like, yeah, whatever. But the God of hand act. Law. Why do I keep saying act? The God of hand. Law. Hand of God law. Whatever. God of hand. Hand of God law. And that got me thinking about that guy sneezing. No one was there to say God bless you, so a demon. Phew! Evil. Think about it. Huh. I tell you. Every day, man, and I sit here and think and wonder, and this thing races through my mind. I'm not gonna blame my Native American heritage of evil acts of the skinwalker, but I will sit here and think about the hand of God law and what this has just brought to me. So God hands, take that deer out and wreck your car, and oh man, I don't know, people call me crazy, but that's what I get out of that. Hand of God law, God of hand of God. I gotta get back into my Old Testament of the Bible, and I need to get back into that, because you know what? Reading that and coming upon the hand of God act, law, why do I keep saying that? I'm telling you, man, when a man can burn down a city of sins, flood a city of sins, was he calling me a sinner right now? So he throws out a deer in front of my truck hoping to kill me? You think about it. The hand of God law. What do you think of that? What do you think of that, huh? I'm not no sinner. I can't say I'm not a sinner, but you know what? I've noticed that I've been doing a lot better in my life and trying to stay good. And I don't know how. And I'm always thinking about only the good die young. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. He might have burned the city of sinners, drowned the city of sinners, but what is he doing today? Because still a lot of them are roaming the streets. So now he gave up on all that. Let the sinners roam and take the good to me. So does that mean I gotta go back to my bad ways so I don't have to worry about dying of the hand of law of God? God's hand of law. Law of hand. I can't even get it right because this is just driving me nuts. Might as well go back to my old ways and stop being good so I don't have to get the hand of God law to try and kill me. That's why I look at it. What do you think? What do you think? He gave up burning cities of sin, drowning cities of sin, and take out the good just so they can go live with him? That to me is pure evil. Why can't the good stay down here and put the goddamn rightfully sinners in hell or in the ground or dead where they friggin' belong? Not take the good people. Call me crazy, but that's what I get out of this hand of God law. And something else happened to me tonight, but I'm gonna have to do that in another video. Oh, this is a good one. You're gonna love this one. Oh man, you want to talk about bad luck? I won't even call it bad luck, but it's a good one. You're gonna crack your ass up on this one. Till that next video, be safe, take care, and beware. And hopefully you don't die by the hand of God law for being too good. Out.